My dear students, today we discuss about polymorphism in Coelenterata or polymorphism is Siphonophora. So my name is Dr. C.H. Shankar, lecturer in zoology, Government Degree College for Women, Karimnagar. Okay. The lower coelentrates lack organ system to conduct various activities but possesses various zooids to perform different metabolic activities. So here the polymorphism is a phenomena. The each zooid can perform different function. Each zooid perform different function. In this coelentrates, the division of labor was uh, occurred. The division of labor was occurred. So that is the reason why the, the particular zooid perform particular function. Poly means many, zooids means organisms, or morph means zooids, or morph means forms. The occurrence in a species of more than one type of individuals, the occurrence in a species of more than type of individual, one type of individual, or zooids for different functions is called as polymorphism. The occurrence in a species of more than type of individuals or zooids for different functions is called as polymorphism. So poly means many, or morpho means form. The coelentrates are called dimorphic or trimorphic or polymorphic individuals. So generally poly for nutrition and medusa for reproduction. Here the special zooid in coelentrates, two types of zooids we are observing. So first polyp for nutrition and medusa for reproduction. Generally the zooids are two types. Polyp and medusa. These zooids attain certain special features to form into different zooids and result in polymorphism. So here in coelentrates, the polyp modifications and medusa modifications are there. So union of these two modifications we are treated as a polymorphism in coelentrate. Next, a polyp and medusa and formed from each other to complete the life cycle. Polyp and medusa and formed from each other. Polyp and medusa formed from each other to complete the life cycle. So first, asexual polyp forms medusa, indicating especially of polymorphism. Asexually polyp forms medusa, indicating especially polymorphism. Physalia alistemma porphyta of order of Siphonophora and class Hydrozoa exhibit clear polymorphism. So the clear polymorphism exhibited by the special order that is called Siphonophora. So in this Siphonophora, the Physalia alistemma porphyta velellas are present, and the Hydrozoa also can show clear polymorphism. So generally the polymorphism has two modifications. First one is polyp modifications and medusa modifications. Here first of all, polyp modifications or modifications of polyp. So polyped individual includes or polyp modifications three types: gastrozooids, second one is dactylozooids, third one is gonozooids. Polyp modifications are two types: gastrozooids, dactylozooids, and gonozooids. So next here in the diagram we have to see. So first one is the stick-like structure here. So the gastrozooid is present and the dactylozooid present, and different zooids we are observing. And next one is Physalia. Here the different zooids we are observing: pneumatophores, nectocalyx, dactylozooids, gastrozooids. So in the diagram we have to observe here And next one is here the special siphonophora showing polymorphic form. So first phyllozoid. So it is nothing but bract or hydrophila. Bract or hydrophila. The phyllozoid is leaf-like structure. The phyllozoid is a leaf-like structure. And the second one is a nectocalyx. In the diagram left side, nectocalyx is present. So in this nectocalyx are nothing but swimming bells. These nectocalyx are useful for locomotion. And gonozooids, these are nothing but the reproductive zooids. And next dactylozoids, especially these zooids are the dumbbell-like structure we are observing here. And these dactylozoids has large tentacle, and these tentacles has special cells like Basitrachus isorhiza, Basitrachus isorhiza type stinging cells or nematoblast are present. And these nematoblast or stinging cells has hypnotoxin. It's a special toxin whenever these Basitrachus isorhiza type cells are inject the hypnotoxin into the prey by special thread-like structure. So now the prey get paralyzed. So that paralyzed prey put into the mouth or hypostome of the polyp. Especially the dactylozoids are participate in protection, and some gonozooids and gonopalpans also modifications of dactylozoids. And next the gastrozooid. The gastrozooid has mouth. So the main function of gastrozooid is nutrition or digestion. And now the gastrozooid has large tentacle. It has batteries of nematocysts. So generally the nematocysts are Basitrachus isorhiza type stinging cells are present. So these stinging cells are participate in nutrition. And this is about basic and example for some siphonophora order. Next, gastrozooids. It is a polyp modification. These are tubular or funnel shaped. They are used for digestion and ingestion of food. The gastrozooids are used for digestion and ingestion of food. It has a mouth and gastrocele. The special structure of the ciliate, the gastrocele is present. The gastrocele opens out of the environment through mouth, and it has a long tentacle bearing lateral branches called tentilla. So generally the gastrozooids, it has a long tentacle bearing lateral branches called tentilla. So each tentacle has a bulbous structure which largest nidoblasts. Each tentacle has a bulbous structure which largest nidoblast. Especially the number of nidoblasts, they can form together a bulbous structure. So these structures are present on the tentacle. So especially the gastrozooids are meant for nutrition and digestion. Digestion. Second one is dactylozooids. These are called as palpans or feelers or tasters. These dactylozooids are called palpans, feelers or tasters. It is protective in function. It is looks like gastrozooid, but it has no mouth. The dactylozooids is modification of gastrozooid. So it is related to the gastrozooid, but the mouth is absent. The tentacle is unbranched and contains nidoblasts. Modification of dactylozooids associated with gonophores and gonozooids are termed as gonopalpans. So the tentacle is unbranched and contains nematoblasts, modified dactylozoids associated with gonophores, and gonozoids are termed as gonopalpans. Next, third one is gonozooids. These are reproductive zooids. The gonozooids are called reproductive zooids. They are also called blastocysts. These zooids produce sexual medusae by budding. These zooids producing sexual medusae by budding. Mostly the gonozooids take the form of bunched stalk is called gonodendrons. Mostly gonozooids takes from the bunched stalk called gonodendrons. So the polyp modifications are gastrozooids, dactylozoids, and the third one is gonozooids. Next one is modifications of medusa. Modifications of medusa. Medusaid individuals includes pneumatophores, nectocalyx, phyllozoids, and gonophores. Gonophores. First one is pneumatophores. It is a medusaid form except Calycophoraceae. All siphonophores possesses except Calycophoraceae. So all siphonophores possesses pneumatophores at one end of the colony, which is like bladder tied with gas. The pneumatophores at one end and colony with like bladder tied with or filled with gas. It helps the animal to float on the water. So generally the pneumatophores are useful for floating on the floating the organism on the surface of the water. Second one is nectocalyx. These are called swimming bells. So in the diagram right side we have to observe these nectocalyx. These nectocalyx those are work like as a suction pumps. These nectocalyx receive the water and send out of the water from these bells. So these nectocalyx are useful for locomotion or swimming. The mouth and tentacles are absent from in the nectocalyx. These are called they are bell shaped. They bring about the locomotion. They bring about the locomotion, and these are called swimming bells. These nectocalyx are called swimming bells, and in the diagram we have to observe these nectocalyx. So right side diagram, and this is bougainvillea, and the left side that is called Portuguese man of war, that is called and here the velella is there, sail, and below here the porphyta is there. In this different zooids we have to observe here. So the porphyta is in a light blue color, and the sail which is light pink and light red color, and the right side the swimming bells we have to observe. So this is about medusa modifications. Second one is phyllozoids. These are also called bracts or hydrophilia. The phyllozoids are called bracts or hydrophilia. These are medusaid forms. These phyllozoids are medusaid forms. They are leaf-like. These are leaf-like. These bracts serve to shield and protect the colony from other animals. The phyllozoids protect the colony from other animals. Below the bracts are hydrophila, gastrozooid, dactylozoid, and gonozooids are present. So these four units are called carmidium. These four units are called carmidium. And next one is gonophores. These are medusaid forms. They have gonads and useful for reproduction. So the gonophores, these are medusaid forms. They have gonads and useful for reproduction. Example for polymorphism. The siphonophore order class Hydrozoa animals, that is Physalia, Alistemma, Porphyta, exhibit remarked development of polymorphism, which is detailed below. So generally the Siphonophora order shows remarked polymorphism. Okay, so for example here first Physalia, it is commonly called Portuguese man of war. The Physalia is commonly called Portuguese man of war. It is so named because its sudden appearance. So it is so sudden appearance and disappearance like Portuguese warships during war. Sudden appearance and disappearance by the presence of pneumatophore. This is a free floating pelagic colonial animal. This is free floating pelagic and colonial animal, and these the medusa modified into big pneumatophore which floats above the water. The medusa is modified into big pneumatophore. Pneumatophore means the floating zooid. The pneumatophore is a large and bladder-like. It has the crest or sail on its upper surface. So sail means తెలుగులో తెరచాప అంటాం. And the zooid are hanging from the under surface of the pneumatophore. They have following four types: large dactylozooids with an enormous pneumatocyst bearing fishing tentacles. So these fishing bearing tentacles we are observing below the crest of the pneumatophore of the Physalia. Small dactylozooids with a long slender tentacle, especially these dactylozooids meant for protection, and gastrozooids with mouth but no tentacle. So the gastrozooids without mouth, without tentacle, and the several branched gonozooids which bear both male and female gonophores, and the nectocalyx or swimming bells are absent. In Physalia, the nectocalyx or swimming bells are absent. The pneumatophore contains gas glands which secrete air having 90% nitrogen and 1% argon and 9% oxygen. The pneumatophore contain gas glands, and these glands has air the air has 90% nitrogen, 1% argon and 9% oxygen. So this is about Physalia. And second one is Holystemma. It is a marine pelagic colonial animal. This colony consists of long, slender, floating axial stem and number of zooids. At the top of the stem is ovoid bubble-like pneumatophore contains air, and Holystemma, at the tip of the Holystemma the pneumatophore is present. Below the pneumatophore, the swimming bells and nectocalyces are attached to the stem. Below the nectocalyx, several kinds of zooids in a group attached with the stem, linear fashion. Okay, the Holystemma looks like just the long throat and long thread, and the thread tied with bells, and we have to